Hey Cowboys Nation, let's go for another round of news from America's team. Watch until the end so you don't miss any news and sign up to stay tuned for everything that comes out about the Cowboys.
Micah Parsons makes ridiculous request to Cowboys coach. The NFL changed its kickoff rules earlier last week to put more emphasis on kickoff returns as they were getting increasingly less relevant over the years. The new rule means that the kicking and receiving teams will line up closer to each other without players being able to move until the kicked ball reaches the returner or hits the ground in a designated zone. A maximum of 2 returners will be in the landing zone to receive the ball. This will naturally increase the value of kickoff returners in a big way. The Dallas Cowboys special teams coordinator John Fassel was instrumental in getting this rule changed as the league was trying to find ways to address the 22% kickoff return rate last season. Now that the kickoff return is back, the Dallas Cowboys might have a surprise returner ready to get some special team snaps next year: Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons wants to be Cowboys' primary kickoff returner. In an appearance on Ross Tucker podcast this week, John Fassel disclosed the conversations he had with the Cowboys' star defender. Parsons has apparently asked Fassel previously to be the kickoff returner, which was obviously denied. Fassel knows that Parsons would be an incredible kickoff returner. However, as he underlines in the interview, it is not his decision to make. Head coach Mike McCarthy would make that call, and there is absolutely no way that the Cowboys would put their superstar defender in a vulnerable position like that. However, it's great to see Parsons advocate for more snaps and a larger role. We will see if any of the starters begin to get more special teams snaps now that the kickoff return is more critical. Micah Parsons might not be getting what he wanted, but you can by heading over to FanDuel Sportsbook now and claiming your $200 in bonus bets after your first winning wager. Dolphins QB viewed as Dak Prescott replacement for Cowboys. Dak Prescott of the Dallas Cowboys is entering the final year of his contract. The Miami Dolphins have a contract decision on Tua Tagovailoa, which has yet to be made. With this scenario, Christopher Klein of Fansided put together 5 Prescott replacements the Cowboys should have an eye on for 2025. Of the 5, Klein lists Tagovailoa as an option. I'm not sure Tagovailoa has earned his next contract, which threatens to vastly outweigh his on-field talent. Even so, he's a definite starter, one of the 15 or 20 best QBs in the NFL, probably, which is enough to warrant an investment from the Cowboys. Tagovailoa operates with tremendous precision in the pocket. He doesn't have elite arm strength, but the Alabama product thinks the game at a high level and executes intermediate throws as well as anyone. He's a lateral move at best, probably a significant step back, but Tagovailoa has at least proven that he can lead a suitably talented offense to the playoffs. Dallas isn't short on playmaking weapons, so long as CeeDee Lamb sticks around. Tagovailoa wouldn't be the ideal 2025 starter, but as far as Prescott replacements go, Dallas could do much worse. Dolphins are the dream destination for Prescott. Despite staying healthy all season, questions are still at an all-time high for Tagovailoa. The Miami Dolphins struggled against playoff teams, going just 1-5 against teams that made the playoffs in 2023. Not only did they go 1-5 against playoff teams, but they also had a -91-point differential in those games. They averaged just 17.7 points per game against playoff teams, compared to 37.1 against non-playoff teams. In an effort to fix that, Prescott could be the solution in Mike McDaniel's offense, writes Klein. According to Klein, the Dolphins would be the dream destination for the Dallas Cowboys quarterback. If the Cowboys let Dak Prescott hit free agency, the dream destination, at least from an entertainment standpoint, is the Miami Dolphins. Imagine Prescott in Mike McDaniel's system, with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle at his disposal. Miami has not inked Tua Tagovailoa to an extension, leaving him in the same bind as Prescott. That said, the Dolphins' confidence in Tagovailoa is probably not equal to the Cowboys' confidence in Prescott. If Miami has a chance to meaningfully upgrade its starting quarterback, now is the time. The Dolphins' title window won't stay open in perpetuity. How Tagovailoa would help the Cowboys. The Miami Dolphins scored the third most points in the NFL, scoring 27.9 points per game. The Dallas Cowboys led the league in points with 30.1 per game, and Prescott was a large part to that. Tunga Vailoa was also a big factor in the Dolphins' offense being as potent as it was. Prescott had similar numbers to Tunga Vailoa, throwing for 4,516 yards, 36 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Tunga Vailoa showed in 2023 that when he's healthy, he can put up impressive stats, evident by his league-leading passing yards. The Cowboys and Dolphins are in similar quarterback situations as in they both have a decision to make. Both have played well, but the front offices have to figure out if they're the right person to lead the team. Dallas Cowboys fans react to CeeDee Lamb possibly holding out. Dallas Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb will be entering the final year of his contract and is looking for a new contract extension. He is one of the most talented wide receivers in the NFL. Lamb last season caught 135 passes for 1,749 yards receiving and 12 touchdowns, along with averaging 13.0 yards per reception. He was targeted 181 times by Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott. Lamb was the only reliable receiver on the roster a season ago. He is 25 years old and is only entering the prime of his career. It would be silly to not give him a contract extension sooner rather than later. He is not the only player looking for a contract extension. Quarterback Dak Prescott will also be looking for a new contract after this season. Dallas has been in the news for the wrong reasons this offseason. We'll see if he decides to hold out on offseason workouts and training camp because of not having a new contract yet with Dallas. CeeDee Lamb told TMZ about his offseason so far by saying, "Yeah, I'll be in Dallas. Relaxing, chilling, working out, of course. Without Lamb on this roster, they would be in trouble." Brandon Cooks and Michael Gallup were the second and third on the depth chart a season ago. One of their needs this offseason will be looking for another wide receiver to complement CeeDee Lamb. Dallas Cowboys fans react on social media to the possibility of CeeDee Lamb holding out. It is no surprise that Cowboys fans and other NFL fans are reacting to Lamb possibly holding out of off-season workouts and also training camp this summer. If that were to happen, it would be major news across NFL platforms. This is what fans had to say about him possibly holding out. This is not a new trend that star players will hold out of training camp to get a new contract. Dallas cannot afford to have this news going into the 2024 NFL season. Jerry Jones needs to make Lamb the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL as soon as he possibly can.